Hey everyone, welcome back to Paul's Q. Today we're going to go over the control panel right here. I'm going to go through the P settings with you guys, explain what I know about them and how they operate. I'm also going to go through each temperature range and tell you what you can do with it so you understand more how it works and how it's operating. I'm hoping this is going to help out some people that don't fully understand, new people new to the pellet grill world, new pit boss owners. Just like my last video, I catered towards people that are brand new, that have never owned a pit boss before or any pellet grill and are just getting into it. I hope that video has helped out people, and this one I'm hoping is going to help out a lot of people too. So let's get into this and see what we got going on. So you have your control panel, which is mounted on your hopper. You got a power button, you got a prime button on this model anyway. I don't believe the 700FB or 820, maybe the Pro Series, I'm not sure, but I don't believe they have a prime button as well. Then you have a P setting button. Then you have your main display control panel. Then you have all your settings. You have off, smoke, 200, 225, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 475, and last you got high, which is 500, but I've seen it get better than 500 degrees. Great for searing something. So first thing you'd want to do is connect your power source, extension cord, just like this one, plug it in the back, have your hopper full, ready to go with pellets. Obviously your lid would be open as well at this point. Then put it on your smoke setting, press the power, away you go, let it fire up. Then from there, if you're planning on leaving it on the smoke setting for smoking something for a period of time, that's fine. Leave it on the smoke setting. Now it'll have been reset to the P4 default setting. So every time you turn on the grill, it goes right to that P4 setting. No adjusting. If you would like more smoke or less smoke, that's when you would use the P set button right here to regulate that. The higher the P number, the more smoke you're going to get. The lower the P number, the more heat you're going to get, less smoke. The reasoning for that is P stands for pause, which means there's a pause between timing on cycling the pellets. Hope you guys are with me here on this one. So when you put it on, say, P5, P6, the timing cycle is going to be paused a lot longer, therefore giving you more burn time on your pellets, letting more smoke get into the pit. Whereas if you go with a P1, P2 setting, you're going to be having the pause less, which will be feeding pellets more frequently, giving you a higher temperature and less smoke out of it. So it's basically just you're controlling the timer of the auger at that point. No other setting uses the timer except for the smoke setting. So then if you want to cook low and slow, you'll turn off from smoke and go up 1, 200, go up 2 to 225. Between 200 and 250, you're in your low and slow range, which is great for briskets, pork butts, ribs, fish, if you wanted to do that. Then as you get up higher into your 300 setting, you'll go 300 to, let's say, 400, which will put you in your range for grilling. Or if you're doing hot and fast, on a brisket, a pork butt, ribs you can do hot and fast. From there, you get into your 450 and higher, which starts getting you into your baking mode, which is good for pizzas, pies. Bake a cake on this thing if you wanted to. I've done a pie. I don't know if you guys have seen that video. If not, check it out. I'll leave a link in the description for that. You can see you can actually bake a pie on this thing. I also have a pizza video that I baked a pizza on this. I'll leave that in the description as well below. But also as you hit the higher temperatures here, you're getting into that nice temperature for searing. So from there you'd open up your zone and you could reverse sear some steaks, reverse sear burgers. You could just leave it open and do a direct sear cook if you wanted to. Just don't forget that the sear zone is not too big. You got enough room for maybe one ribeye depending on the size, and that's the only downside that I see to the sear zone. Other than that, it's a great feature, perfect to have. So that's your temperature settings on the Pit Boss on the Classic. On the 700 FB, that's different from this one. It still has the P setting. I'm not totally sure if it has the prime setting or not, but I don't think it does. The prime setting is just for if you ever run dry of pellets, help the auger speed up to get them in there faster. This control panel I do like. It also comes with 2 probes for meat, which I've never used because I do have external ones that I prefer using, and I trust those a hell of a lot more accurately than I think I would trust these. But all in all, it's a great control panel. It's done nothing wrong to me. It's produced some good cooks, as you guys have seen in the past. It still produces good cooks for me. So there you have it. That's the breakdown on this controller for the classic version like this one, the Austin XL. The Tailgater has the exact same one. There's other models too that have this exact same controller. The other ones use a PID controller, which is a good controller as well. Actually, I've heard that it's possibly better than this one. Not sure, never used one, so I couldn't tell you. I hope this helps some people out in understanding now how that operates and how it works with the P settings and the temperature ranges that you have. If you like this one, hit the subscribe. If you want to see more, I'll have more coming for you guys soon. Bye.